Hey, 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 Marieanne here, the Crochety Clogger. Thanks for joining me today for Tuesday Tidbits. Today is February 2nd, 2022. That would be 2/22/22. Isn't that wild? And I didn't even realize it until I went, I had like a physical today at the doctor's office, and I had to take some blood, you know, the normal stuff. Anywho, the lab tech, I was having to date and sign a paper, right? And it hit me. Wow, And the lab tech said, yeah. She said she heard that there was a baby, I don't know where, born at exactly 2:22 in the a.m. this early morning in room number 2 in wherever hospital she was at. So how about that? And then I got to thinking, do y'all know remember the old show, Room 222? I used to love to watch that show when I was little, young. Mom liked it. Whatever Mom liked, we watched. Nah, not necessarily. Okay, I'm going off on a whatever. Okay, but before we get to too much, I wanted to show some pictures of some people's finished Calming Comfort Afghan. That was a crochet along that was sponsored by Crochet Crowd. Mikey did the tutorials. I'm still working on mine because I'm making it a little bit bigger. And but anyway, we'll get to that later. I will show it eventually when I finally finish it. Excuse me. Okay, so anyhow, let's show some pictures. I got some pictures from some subscribers. One subscriber, actually, and a content creator. We'll start with Jax from Creations by Jax. Here's her completed Afghan, the Calming Comfort. It's beautiful. She used a yarn called Aurora. I don't know any other specifics on it, but it's some beautiful purples and grays. But this yarn worked up beautifully, didn't it? All right, and the next one is from Maribel. I know we've seen Maribel around. Maribel Is Hooked, I believe, is her YT name. But I love this palette of this gold and greens and the cream colors. I mean, it's beautiful. Look at that daisy right in the middle. But thank you all so much for sending me pics of your Afghans. And, feel free if you're still finishing up like me. Well, I shouldn't say finishing. It's not finished, but it won't take too much longer. Continue to send them in if you want to. I think this is fun to be able to see how different projects are coming together, right? All right, so last thing, what's been on my mind and on my hook is what's supposed to end up looking like this. Eeyore. Okay, so I am doing Amigurumi Wars 2022, hashtag Amigurumi Wars 2022. And last month in January, I made Stitch, which was fine, right? I've done a few amigurumis, not a whole many in my time, twisting the hook. But this one is for February. And guys, I don't know he gonna be finished by the end of February. This is a vintage pattern. And it's been reformatted, I guess, digitally. Mind you, I should specify it's been formatted digitally so that we can print it or use it on our computers or phones or whatever. I just printed the picture. I did print the pattern because it's just easier for me to go. And I'm glad that I did. But let me tell you, because this is vintage, and I have to say, I think I'll get into my opinions about it when I finish him. But anyway, I'll show you what process, where I've gotten to. Here's an ear. Here's another ear. Here is an arm. Here is another arm. Here's his muzzle and part of his face, which is scaring me because this looks rather large. So I hope, I don't know. And here is his beautiful tail. So I have quite a bit left to go. But interestingly enough, I have really had to think hard with this pattern, read very carefully. And I'm not complaining, but this is how he's working up. So here's his little leggies. And so what's happening is this took me a while to figure out what was being asked of me, but I think I understand now. So it's being built up. I believe this is the front. Now there, let's pretend he's sitting down. So sitting in his diaper. So this is going to build up around and around and up until the arms come on in this same fashion. I'm assuming now that I kind of get it. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you the pieces, and whether it's done again by the end of February, I do not know. But this has been an experience. I've learned an entirely new way of doing amigurumi. Now, like I said, I will talk more about my thoughts about it, but it's kind of a neat process, quite different from what we do with amigurumis today. So, with that, I'll let you go. And if you are actually interested in doing a little amigurumi, we have a few days left in February. Go over to Kept in Stitches with Julie. She is the host for February's Amigurumi Wars 2022. Anita at Y.O.H Crochet began this journey for us for Ami Wars in January. I'll link her down below as well. But yeah, I mean, each month there'll be a different host is basically what's going to happen. And that host, subscribers, content creators can submit patterns that they would like to see done or would like to do. And then that host will draw for what patterns we can choose from, which is what I've been doing for the past 2 months. And let's just cross our fingers and hope that this Eeyore will come out looking a little bit like Eeyore should. Okay, back to letting you go. I see you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you on the flip flop. Bye.